Hashtag AFCAS28. This is Dalrat Talk, the 28th session of the African Commission on Agricultural Statistics, that is the AFCAS, is hosted by the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development in partnership with Statistics South Africa and the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. This afternoon, we are in conversation with Ms Ellen Matsei, the Director responsible for Statistics and Economic Analysis at the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development. Ms Matsei, good afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Wonderful. You are the Director responsible for Statistics and Economic Analysis. Can you tell us more about the work that you do in the department?
Thank you. The work that we do in the department involves the compilation of statistics in agricultural statistics, to be precise. We cover statistics on livestock statistics, on grains statistics, as well as horticulture statistics. We have different sections that deal with different areas of this work. We have our statistical research that covers our crop estimates, one of our flagship program that estimates the production of and forecast of crops, your maize, sunflower, soybeans, and also for winter crops such as wheat and such oils, sunflower oils and all of that. So it's one section, and it's mainly on primary statistics, meaning we send out questionnaires to source information. And then we have our economic accounts, which is more your agricultural economics, where you measure production and you assess the prices of the different commodities, and you work out the value add, or what I would say, you work out the income. And there's a number of areas of formulas that we use there, because at the end of the day, that information is taken to the Reserve Bank and Statistics for accounting on the GDP. So our profile on agriculture is sourced through that information that is announced together with, compared to other industries. And then we have a section that deals with economics, the economic analysis and research team that do mostly post the data and release the ones who are giving input into the economic opinions of the sector, the trends. They have some number of reports that they do, which help the sector to get an understanding of the performance of the sector using economic principles. Then, of course, there's the particular section on statistical information and also economic information that mainly coordinates the information of the directorate, the address queries. They make sure all the publications are out there, but they're also responsible for running the producer farmer register as one of the flagship projects that we are talking about today in this conference. So it's both statistical and economic work that is encompassing in the directorate, and all of them, all the sections have a responsibility to put out reports that reflect the different levels of work that they do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Matsei, for that. Now we have a better understanding of the work that you do within the department. Speaking of the Producer Farmer Register, your presentation was on the experiences and learnings of the Producer Farmer Register in South Africa. Could you just give us a brief overview of what your presentation was about earlier this morning?
The presentation was mainly to show other African countries what South Africa is doing to bring an improvement on the statistics of smallholder farmers. As one of the most disadvantaged farmers, and in most cases very much under-resourced. So we know South Africa has a dual economy, and then being a dual economy, our high-end Our high-end economic participants, such as high commercial farmers, they are very sophisticated and they have advanced economies, and even the way the statistics is coordinated, they become one of the most credible statistics, well structured, which is something that is lacking on smallholder farmers. Most of them are in remote areas and they don't have the best communication tools that they can have. So it's not easy to access them. It's not easy for them to respond quickly to surveys, unlike your advanced farmers. So we're trying to come up with systems to bring them to the level and the quality that their statistics can be collected easily and can be brought to the level where they can be used for decision making and for policy, so that the necessary interventions can be brought in and they can their support can be tailor-made to suit them based on the accurate information that we will get from this exercise. So we're simply going out there, filling out information for them using the systems that we had developed at the time. And we gathered slightly around 95,000 at the time when the project was completed in 2022, which was launched by the minister. And then we're still continuing to register. We are now looking at improving the systems, coming up with apps so that it's easy for them to request registration at their convenience, and then extension officers can reach them because they're all in the vicinity of their own extension officer. Each extension officer works through a district, through a municipality, or through a ward, and then they can easily identify farmers when they use the app and request to be registered. And all that information will be reposited into the departmental server, and this is how we will maintain the register going forward. And our wish is that that will become a frame from which we are able to conduct a proper smallholder survey. And that survey, hopefully, if it is able to be done once a year, we will then be able to bring in the different levels of, or maybe dig deeper into the information that we need from smallholders, gather more variables that can help answer questions of support, of production, of costs, even maybe natural resource challenges that they are having that makes it their businesses not to be sustainable, so that the department can know what expertise to involve to help them survive the environment that they are in.
Thank you so much for that information and for taking us through your producer farmer register presentation. Today is day 4 of the AFCAS conference. How has it been thus far for you?
You know, the reason why I had encouraged for this conference to happen in the country, it's because I got a sense that within the agricultural space, the professionals they understand statistics, but they don't realize how far statistics makes them realize their own goals. In most cases, when the department is supposed to get into accounting for the resources that they've put out there to farmers, accounting who the farmers are, how far have they gone, what is the impact of the work that they've done, there is no statistical rule that is there to make sure that there is accurate accounting of activities or exactly where are these farmers that they can support. So the coverage becomes very skeptical, very questionable. In most cases, it doesn't even show if there is progress in what they do. So I think this conference, the reason why it's here is because I wanted it to create awareness among agricultural professionals, whether you're a veterinarian or you are a soil scientist or you are even just a normal monitoring and evaluation or planning official, that you understand how important the concepts of statistics are, that it's intricate to the work that we do. If you want to provide evidence to the department of any performance indicator that needs to be accounted for. How many farmers have traded, how many farmers have gained land. You need the statistics to give you evidence of that. So people must understand how that important. And also to show that within our own African continent, how other countries are dealing with this concept, especially when it comes to rural farmers, which is mostly what our developmental agenda in the department is dealing with, those remote rural farmers. What are some of the best practices in the world that African countries are embarking on, and what the FAO experts are advising us on? What are the new interventions that we must look at to make sure that we account to where the farmers are, how we can gather them and build systems that can make us be able to to deliver this work. So also the fact that when these conferences come and you have all these high level delegates coming in, you're attracting your head of the organizations, your political people that are in government, and they can see why it's important to invest in such a work, to train your professionals, to give them the resources and the necessary finances to be able to run this work sustainably, so that from time to time there is enough information to guide the status of, or the state of performance, the state of things that we always have an agenda to make in terms of developing and bringing progress to the growth of the economy, to the growth of the country, and fulfill our agenda of making a better life for people, addressing issues of poverty and security. So it's very important that everybody is aware of these types of initiatives, and that people engage and understand the concepts behind and how other countries are looking at these things. So far, the conference has been very good. The attendance have been amazing. The officials in the department have really enjoyed this. They're listening attentively. I see their interest has been renewed, and those that even didn't know much about it, they are very much excited about what they're discovering about this work. So this is all really what I wanted to do, to get into the heart and the minds of people when it comes to our work. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Matsei. This is Directorate Talk. We've just had a conversation with Ms. Ellen Matsei, who is the Director responsible for Statistics and Economic Analysis at the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development. Today is the fourth day of the 28th session of the African Commission on Agricultural Statistics, that is the AFCAS. Ms. Matsei, thank you so much for taking the time to come and have a conversation with us, and we wish you fruitful engagement as the conference unfolds.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.